Hello everybody, welcome back to one of my videos. I'm Mr. Luigi and today I'm going to teach you how to pronounce every single sound of the English language, okay? Today, if you stay tuned till the end of the video, you are going to learn about the International Phonetic Alphabet so that you can take your pronunciation to the next level. Okay, the International Phonetic Alphabet, okay? You have the acronym there, IPA, right? That stands for each of these words, International Phonetic Alphabet. And why do we have to learn it? Probably you have never heard about it before, and it sounds intimidating, really, but believe me, it's way much easier than it sounds, right? So what we are going to do in this lesson, I'm going to teach you why you have to learn the International Phonetic Alphabet. What is it? It's a set of symbols, right? It's a system actually, right? With a set of symbols that represent the sounds that as human beings we can produce, okay? Actually, there are 163 sounds that we as human beings can produce, okay? But don't worry, don't get disheartened, because we are not going to learn 163 symbols to represent each of those sounds. We are concerned with the English language, and therefore we are going to learn only 44 of those sounds. That is to say, when we learn the phonetic alphabet, what we do, we learn symbols that represent sounds, okay? Each symbol represents only one sound. And we need to do this in English because of two main reasons. I've written them down here. First, because learning this alphabet is a tool to learn how to pronounce any language, not about English, okay? Even though in this lesson today, we are going to focus on the sounds that we can produce when we speak English. And secondly, because you can take your pronunciation to the next level. What do I mean by this? That, for example, if you don't know how to pronounce a word, okay, you will go to a dictionary where you will see these symbols, and you will be able to not only identify the sounds, but also to reproduce them, okay? So look at what I've written down on this board. You have this sequence, EA in spelling, okay? And the same letters in different contexts are pronounced differently. And there are no rules for that, okay? So the more I listen to the English language, the more I will be able to learn and predict what sounds are like. But if I know the symbols, I will be able to know how certain sounds in English are produced. For example, this word is pronounced dread, dread, okay? This one, beard, beard, okay? And this one, read. So you have three different sounds containing vowels, and the spelling is the same. So this irregularity is characteristic of the English language, and that's why we need to learn the International Phonetic Alphabet. Consider this one, the sound F, okay? We can say laugh. So you have GH to refer to an F. This is crazy, right? Or you have PH, phobia, right? The F sound with PH, or the F, feel, okay? So if you know the symbols, you will be able to pronounce English accurately, right? So that's why it's so necessary. But as I said a moment ago, we're going to focus only on English, okay? If we consider the English alphabet, there is a video in my channel about the English alphabet. We have only 26 letters, okay? But out of those 26 letters, we can create 44 sounds in English. So there are 24 symbols that represent each of the English sounds that we need in order to combine them, well, and speak great English, right? So those sounds are classified into vowels and semi-vowels, right? Diphthongs and consonants, okay? So now what I will do is to review all of these sounds and their groups of sounds and their characteristics, so that you can have a better understanding on how English sounds work. Okay, number one. Let's begin by talking about vowels in English, okay? What are vowels? I mean, all sounds are classified into vowels or consonants, okay? We have a category there, semi-vowels. We will see later on what they are about. But first of all, let us consider vowels, right? What is a vowel? A vowel can be defined as a sound that we produce without obstruction of the airflow when it comes from our lung out into the atmosphere. For example, when I produce the sound ah, as in car, ah, the air flows out freely and I don't obstruct this airflow by using my tongue or my lips. Of course, the air is modified, for example, by moving my tongue, by lowering my tongue, for example, a little bit, but the air is not obstructed to produce this sound, for example, okay? So if I say, for example, pet, the vowel sound if I hold it like this, the air comes out freely. This is what a vowel is. And that's why these sounds are very intense, are the most intense sounds in English, and they can usually be the core of a syllable, right? So we have 5 letters in English, 5 vowels, the ones that you learned probably at primary school: A, E, I, O, U. These are the 5 letters, but we have 12 vowel sounds, okay? I mean, even though we can see in spelling only 5 letters, the sounds in English are many more. So we have 12 sounds, 12 symbols that we need to use to represent these vowels, okay? So now, if you look at the screen, you will see the different vowel sounds, and I'm going to pronounce them for you. Okay, great. Now, as you can see on the screen, you have 12 vowel sounds, 12 phonemes, 12 symbols that represent the different letters I mentioned a moment ago. And vowels, if we consider one of the parameters to classify them, if we consider length, okay, they can be classified into 2 categories: long vowels and short vowels, right? Long vowels are clearly identified because they are followed by a colon. The letter is followed by a colon, okay? As you can see, these are the long vowels. And the short vowels don't have this extra spelling, let's say. So, for example, if we pronounce the long E, right, we have sheep, sheep, okay, as opposed to ship, ship, okay? So when I pronounce a long vowel, I hold the pronunciation a little bit longer, right? And this is marked in spelling by means of a colon, right? Okay, and now I'm going to pronounce each of the vowel sounds for you. A, A, E, E, A, E, E, I, 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 O, 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 U, Then there is another set of sounds called diphthongs, right? So what is a diphthong? A diphthong is a sound that has 2 vowel sounds together in the same syllable, okay? So usually there is a glide, or the position of the tongue or our mouth changes because it shifts from one vowel sound to the other vowel sound. For example, if I say bye, right, this I, we have a diphthong we have a diphthong with a and I, bye, okay? So there are eight diphthongs in the English language. Listen to them. Ia, ua, ea, air, air. O, o, ow, ow. I, a, oil, oil. Okay, we have just seen vowels and diphthongs, okay? And now we are going to learn everything about consonants, okay? What is a consonant? If we define a consonant in terms of what we said a moment ago as regards vowels, we would say that a consonant is a sound that is obstructed, okay? I mean, the airflow that comes from our lungs is obstructed as it goes or it passes through our mouth, right? We use our articulators, that is to say the tongue, the lips, of our teeth, to modify that sound by producing an obstruction of the airflow. So, for example, consider the sound F, okay? The sound F, right? When I produce this sound, I use my lower lip and my upper teeth, right? To obstruct the air, okay? Or if I produce the sound in English, what I do, I produce a complete blockage with my lips to the airflow that comes from my lungs, and then the air has to be released through the nose, okay? So this is a consonant. It's the sound that when we produce it, there's an obstruction to the airflow. One of the parameters, right, to classify sounds has to do with whether they are voiced or voiceless, okay? That is to say, whether our vocal cords vibrate when we produce them. So consider, for example, the sound I just gave you a moment ago, this sound, okay? If you touch here, if you put your hand on your throat, you're gonna see that it does not vibrate. Your vocal cords do not vibrate. So, no vibration. This means that the sound is voiceless. But if you produce the V sound, V, right, you will realize that your vocal cords vibrate, okay? So when there is vibration, the sound is voiced, right? When there is no vibration, the sound is voiceless, right? So I'm going to show you, as you can see on this screen, all the voiceless sound, right? And the rest are voiced sounds, okay? So I'm going to pronounce them for you right now so that you can notice how each of them sounds. P, P, F, F, T, T, F, F, Ch, 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 S, S, Sh, Sh, K, K. We make a stop here because this sound is voiceless, but in this chart it is classified together with voiced consonants, okay? The thing is that this sound will always be voiceless except in context because it will always be followed by a vowel, so there is a different process which I will explain later on in another video, which is called half voicing. But I want you to bear in mind that this is a voiceless sound. B, B, V, V, D, D, V, V, Z, 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 G, G, M, 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 mm, mm, l, l, er. Great, we make another stop here because now I want to talk a little bit about these two sounds. These are semi-vowels, okay? Why are they called semi-vowels? Well, because they have both the characteristics of a vowel and a consonant, okay? They are like vowels in that they are similarly produced. That is to say, when you pronounce, for example, this sound, this y sound as in the word yes, okay, your tongue gets very close to the roof of your mouth, to the palate, but there is no obstruction to the airflow. So, because when we produce these two sounds, usually, there is no obstruction to the airflow, they look like vowels, but they are called semi-vowels as well, and they are not completely considered vowels because they, for example, occupy the position of a consonant. For example, they will always precede a vowel sound, right? So they behave like consonants in context, and of course there will be a video on the semi-vowels soon. Y, y, w, w. Okay, great. This class has been great. I enjoyed it a lot. I like this class very much. Thank you for making it till the end. I hope you can now be ready to identify the sounds and to reproduce them on your own, okay? English is much easier than you think, and keep on learning in the following video all about vowels with me, Mr. Luigi.